Hello, I'm Professor Presley. This is Theatrical Garbage. We finished our film for Carson City, and we're getting ready for started gathering costumes for the next one. It's going to be in Sacramento, but we get a little downtime to get ready. It's Valentine's season. It's February 7th. 2024, our year of our Lord, and the film we made is called A New Hope, and we did a Star Wars, and it was really fun shoot. And I don't film in a traditional way or an intelligent way. I did go to film school, but I didn't learn anything in film school that would have helped me. I focused mostly on performance and directing. And even in directing was directing performances, not technical. So not special effects and not stunts and those sort of things. And you can do that with VFX. You can do a lot of that. And you can make your backgrounds with VFX. And even though I did it right, some of the things looked so flat with the VFX that it was better without them. Like if it enhances your story, then you use it. But if it distracts from the story, like if there's a VFX that just pulls you out of the story, then it's better just not to have it, I think. But we did okay. I built special effects and I built props. I built 7 lightsabers. Single. What else? Anyway, we turned it in. We got it in on time. And I always script the paperwork and everything on those sort of things. I need an assistant. All right. So we had no budget and no time, and we had no actors. And didn't know what we were going to make. All I know is I entered. And I was going to wait for the props on this one to even write a story. But then into my lap fell a group of the most wonderful people. And Danielle came into Bumblebee. And she brought with her husband is the drummer for Iron Snake. And they're awesome, and I was able to record them and use music. One of the things about, independent films or, homemade films is that it's hard to get good music unless you get it live. And if you use it live, if it's live recorded, then it's not copywritten because, it's like recording at a concert. And so I was able to use those recordings. It was pretty awesome. And we set it on Tatooine. But we set it in our universe's Tatooine. Right? Like everything is part of we call it the garbage verse. And that's just if we do Star Wars, but we do it in our style, then it's, our style is we do a lot of improv. And people misunderstand a little bit about improv. They think it's just making stuff up on the spot. And I'm terrible at making stuff up on the spot, or these videos would be better, but I'm good at improv, and that's because I have a pretty good memory, and so I don't do improv on making stuff up on the spot. Before you even get on the stage with improv, you got to read the room, and you match your reaction to their reactions, and that's where you draw the improv from. And because improv is like, oh, you already knew it, but you just thought of it now because you just met me now. And you can read the room, and if you stick it to the situation, then it works, which is, it's impossible to do on film, right? It just is. It's hard to capture that realism of a room. And yet we kind of get it. And so people are like, well, why don't you write scripts? Which I do. I write an entire script for everything. I sat down, I wrote a script for this. But the script never turns out to be what I wrote, because I base it off of whom I have as my actors. And I can work with bad actors. I could work with good actors. And that's fine. It's just, the problem is I match myself to their situation so they have a good time. Like, I don't pair actors up together as a juxtaposition, right? Like, that's why I like, families to work together, right? Husband and wife, that's a good team, because, they'll take their anger on me, on each other. Whatever, as long as I get the shot, all right? I care about actors and people's lives and all that, but, not as much as getting the shot, okay? And obviously, since there are restrictions in the contest with the rules, with the prompts and stuff, you got to get in there, and it's got to be under 9 minutes. And damn it, the reason I enter these things is because I need to give myself a deadline, or I'll work on something forever. And when I'm working on something, I do it till it's done, and then I do 6 more versions of it just in case. If you guys are gonna love me now, you're gonna love me in my legacy. Point is, with the group of actors that I had this time, and every time, it made a project that was impossible, insurmountable. It took it and made it fun. And I added more actors, and more. But I didn't add ones that I didn't need, right? I wanted to build a big world, so our cast ended up being, we were at 40. 40 was our, I think, final number of people that worked on the project. And so, that's not bad. It's not bad. We improv'd most of it. I filmed the improvs. Then I built a story, trying to fit it into the story I already wrote. Keep the stuff that works, reshoot the stuff that doesn't. I don't do multiple takes. And people hate that. They always want a script. That's why Harmony is gold to me, obviously. And all the actors are, but Harmony is one where other actors are like, send me a script. And with Harmony, I just gotta wait for Harmony to show up, and then I know what story we're doing. Because when you let Harmony go and just talk, it's hilarious. The problem is, I have the same problem, is that we talk so much that you miss the good stuff that we say because you tune us out. So, start listening to Harmony. For God's sake, start listening to me. I'm the director. I don't know everything, but everything I know is the right thing. Alright, so if we get picked, go to the brew house and watch our film. February 17th, the day before Tommy's birthday. A couple days after Valentine's Day. And I'm a floral person, floral designer. I don't sleep a whole lot in February. Anyway. Rest in peace, Carl Weathers. May the force be with you. Always. And you too.